everybody, it's Chris, GearNoir at theshavingcadre.com. Here with you in the very tropical home den. Right here, there's not necessarily tropical, but sunny Sacramento. That's not so sunny. Well, it's sunny, but it's cold. It's definitely not tropical weather. It's like 60s right now, which is nice, No humidity, which is even nicer, but definitely missing Hawaii already. So sad to have left on Saturday. Packed everything up Friday night. Double checked, triple checked the house that we were staying at. Triple check everything as we're going through the airport. But we're back home. We made it safely back home Saturday night. And getting back into the groove of things. Kids finished up some schoolwork they hadn't been able to get to. Some that was forgotten accidentally, maybe. But today's my kind of last hangout day before I have to go to work tomorrow. Doggies are happy, super happy and excited when we came home Saturday night and peered through the doorway. So just gotta get back to normal now. Normal is no longer waking up whenever, being in a house full of extended family and going and doing whatever the heck you feel like in Hawaii. But blessed for the experience. I think overall everybody had a fantastic trip. It was very nice to have been able to experience the islands for the first time, and a lot of what they had to offer every day. If you kept up on my journal, was just jam-packed with things that we did. We probably did at least 2 major things a day. And I mean, except for Friday maybe. And it was enough for us to feel like we were rushing a little bit, but still enjoy and experience. And hopefully it won't be too long before we return. We already decided that it's something that we'd try to like to do again in the future. I'm sure those of you that have been can relate. And those of you that haven't been, well, if you ever get the chance, don't pass it up. All right. Using some roasted oatmeal stout today. I've got the Vector loaded up. I did finish at least the first major leg of the one blade challenge that KJ put on, Spider, on the Shaving Cadre. That was with a pre-war Gillette Tech and a feather blade. And like, I got home and I had completed the first half of the challenge, which was due the full month of February with that combination, with the same blade if possible. And I got that even through my travels. There were a couple mishaps here and there, but I made it. And then I got home to the home den and I saw the Vector staring at me and I'm just like, ah, I don't want to do this anymore. But so I made the choice and switched to the Vector. I could have kept going on the Tech and feather shaves, but I decided I had enough. The knowledge that I could have kept going for a little while longer was enough for me. So anyway, I did the February challenge. The second part of the challenge was to keep going for a little while, see how long we can make it last, but yeah, This is another, I'm not sure what blade this is. This might be a Feather Pro or maybe a Schick Proline, I'm not sure. Unlike the, you saw in my journal, the blade of questionable origin that I had yesterday, which was some unmarked blade that I had gotten from the pass round, mystery pass box, a number of months back. I barely made it through a shave with that thing. That was tugging and uncomfortable as heck. This one, I'm still not sure what it is, but this one I got from Larry when I bought the Vector. Mr. LB Kindy. And much better. Not tugging. It actually feels pretty smooth. Doesn't feel like the Feather. So, I mean the Feather Pro that I normally use. So it might be a Schick. The other one, of questionable origin, might have been a Kai. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Could have just been some knockoff thing too. This is much nicer. I did bring in the Schick L just in case injector, but I don't think I'm gonna need it, thankfully. Anyway, yeah, a little bit of a whirlwind trip, vacation. Sad to be back home. Good but sad, bittersweet. It was a really good time for all the child attitude problems that we had during the trip and whatnot, but even not paying for the entire trip, our father-in-law, my father-in-law, very graciously paid a hefty chunk of it. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have been able to go. Even doing that, we spent a goodly amount. So, if you do go visit the Highlands for any length of time, be prepared. Bring cash, or be prepared to find a place to get cash, because it's not required, but you're pretty much expected, like socially and for people in their service jobs to make a living wage, you need to tip. I mean, depending on where you go, they pretty much do everything for you as far as service. And depending on where you eat, if you eat at the main touristy places, like especially in Waikiki and everything, stuff is expensive. So, and then of course there's, depending on where you go, whether touristy or some of the park places to visit, national park places. Most of the places are free to get in, but you can pay for tours or you have to pay for transportation somehow, whether you're driving yourself, you have to pay for parking, or whether you're taking a bus or an Uber, that costs, and all the souvenirs once you get there, if you decide you need one. I know my video, 2 videos ago, I said I was planning on not spending so much, but for myself, I still spent a goodly amount. Because there ended up being some stuff that I didn't want to leave without getting. Some shirts and a couple souvenir kind of items from the various places that we went to. The highlights of the trip, I mean, besides spending time with family, were still probably the Ogalalla Ranch, that UTV tour that we did, and Hanama Bay, the snorkeling that we did. It was just a great experience. If we could go back, and I'd do both again. Ogalalla Ranch, we did the hour tour by UTV. I'd do the 2 hour. I'd put up for that. Our guide was great. Face is still a little sensitive from the shave yesterday. I'm gonna try to take it easy here. So, but all my photos that we took and a few videos, short videos and stuff, I'm gonna work today, part of today at least, on. I've got them all downloaded to the laptop. I'm gonna put some kind of video together, separate from my shaving video. So you have the option to run through that if you want, for myself as well as for you guys. Kind of get an idea. Okay, so this blade has been smooth. Maybe not exactly sharp and smooth. Because it definitely doesn't feel like a Feather Pro. But it is moderately comfortable. I think I'm going to leave it there for today. See how it does. Myself a little bit right there. Sigh. Haven't had my coffee yet. Oh, I did get to use, when we were at Ogalalla Ranch doing the UTV tour, I did get to use one of my face buffs from SA Fishing Company. Well, they call themselves many different things. They have a couple different vendor names, but mostly on Facebook. The SA company. And not bad. Definitely a light, stretchy material. It's a total loop of fabric, So there's no, it looks like they produce it in a looped material, and they just cut the material into proper sizes. So it's like a tube, like stretchy, breathable material, very much lighter than wearing like a shemagh or something like that. But still, so I mean, it still keeps your neck warm. So there's a little bit of heat that way. But it's definitely a little bit more breathable, I think. And it doesn't require you to wrap any specific way. It doesn't require you to keep adjusting like ends of tassels or ends of a scarf or something like that, like a shemagh would, which is just one square or rectangular piece of cloth. So it's pretty good. I think it'll come in handy for when I do yard work, rather than having a big particulate face mask on. Because I usually use like one of those pretty serious painter's mask filter headgear thingies. It kind of just covers your mouth, and it has the breathers on the side with the filters. So yeah, it'll come in handy. And it was cheap. 5 for 20 bucks plus shipping. Not bad at all. Get some generic witch hazel on here. And double up with some Thayer's Medicated. There you go. And I've got some genuine Ogalalla bay rum and sandalwood here. This is about the roasted oatmeal stout is about the only thing I use this with. I, in general, don't like this. It's one of those shake deals where you got to mix everything up, and it just seems to fit the oatmeal stout really nicely, though. Puts the top on that muffin smell, so to speak. I got that. And I'm gonna use some more Blurple, aka Dior Sauvage. Use this up so I can put my Tom Ford Oud Wood sample in there. I'm just gonna basket it today. There we go. Gone. It's gone. I'm going to be that guy in my own house today. How about that? Because I can be. Anyway, Cadre and everybody else watching, hope you've been having a great weekend and are off to a great week. We'll catch y'all later on the pages www.theshavingcadre.com. Have a good one. Bye.